Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We have shared a magical night with Keira, who prepared dinner, a nice dinner and everything like that, and then tricked Geralt by putting him to sleep with a spell. And we've been able to tell that Keira's probably gone to the tower on Fyke Isle, because we mentioned we had not destroyed the laboratory. And she's expressed an interest in the research there, so we now need to go see if we can figure out what Keira's up to. Without any further ado, let's go. First, though, I notice I'm not wearing any shoes, so let's re-equip our gear. I think that's all that I was missing. Alright, well, let's take a look at where the nearest boat is, because I don't particularly think I should swim across. Alright, it's right over there, so let's follow the coast. Love those god rays and sun effects in this game.
Yes.
He's watching the isle, but don't know why. Alright, let's head to the tower and find out what Keira's up to. And one thing about the sail is it makes it hard to see where you're going, because it just blocks the tower. Oh, would you look at that? Monsters in the water. Glad I didn't swim. Boat's damage. Your boat is damaged. Critical amounts of damage will cause it to sink. Oh, because I just ran into the shore. Oh, that's cool. You actually can see the damage. Just standing on a dead guy by accident.
A light. Top floor of the tower. So, found what you were looking for?
Yes, thanks for asking. How are you feeling? Sleep well?
You used me.
Oh, please. I merely seized an opportunity.
If I'd known you just wanted Alexander's notes, I'd never have helped you lift the curse from Fyke Isle.
All right. Perhaps I wasn't completely honest. Didn't quite toe the line, but I knew you'd manage. You're so manly and all. Geralty poo. Wipe that frown off your face, or I might think you don't like me anymore.
Didn't come here to play games. I want to know what you're up to.
Naturally, you suspect me of the worst. I don't deserve that. My intentions are pure, like a virgin's tears. Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
No, strictly selfish ones. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
Radovid doesn't forget, and Radovid doesn't forgive, especially when it comes to sorceresses.
He'll make an exception for me. He'll have to. I have something he wants.
Please, you don't believe that.
Well, you believe Yennefer will stop treating you like a dog someday. Don't see me laughing. I'm going to see Radovid, tell him of this research, whether you like it or not.
This is suicide, Keira. You'll wind up tied to a stake, burned to bolster the morals of the masses while entertaining them.
Shut up for a moment and look at me. See this? Bedbugs, Geralt. Bloody bedbugs. I, Keira Metz, advisor to Foltest, a member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, have bedbugs. Think what you will, but I'll not stay in this bloody swamp one day more. Not one day. I shall cross the Pontar, and that means Radovid's men will find me sooner or later. Don't you understand? I don't have a choice. I will have to parley.
Got another option. Go to Kaer Morhen.
You believe I'd be safe there?
Long as you don't piss Lambert off, yes. Emir, Radovid, neither will be able to reach you. Find little in the way of luxury there, but we do have clean sheets.
It's a long way, well beyond the dividing line. But if I keep to the woods until I reach the Kestrel Mountains, I should pass through unnoticed. So be it. Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome. You've clearly a notion of what women want, how they think.
So, see you at Kaer Morhen? Beds free of bedbugs, mostly.
I long to be there already. See you, Geralt.
I had the option to demand the notes, but I chose not to. And I got a trophy, Friends with Benefits. I want to see a couple things. I want to see the updated description of that quest. I also want to see the updated description of Keira's character. For the advancement of learning. Nothing about sorceresses should be taken at face value, their faces least of all. Those perfect, ever-youthful visages have as little to do with nature as Hierarch Hemmelfart has with charity. If anyone should have learned to think twice when dealing with them, it was Geralt, and yet he still accepted Keira's dinner invitation. During what Geralt naively thought to be innocent conversation between friends, Keira tricked him into revealing information about the Mage Alexander's laboratory, and then, when he was least expecting it, sent him to sleep with a spell so he could not stop her from carrying out her nefarious plans. Geralt caught Keira red-handed as she was leaving the tower with the results of Alexander's research on the Catriona plague. She was convinced these notes could be used to find a cure for the decimating disease. What's more, she had hoped that the prospect of obtaining such a cure would convince King Radovid to let bygones be bygones and host Keira at his court. I doubt Radovid would have proven so broad-minded, luckily. Luckily, Geralt convinced Keira to abandon these foolish hopes and give Oxenfurt a miss, seeking shelter at Kaer Morhen instead. Alright, so let's look at the description. Alright, actually there's quite a few characters here who I haven't read, but I'm going to specifically look at Keira's right now. Geralt first met Keira Metz when she literally dropped on top of him out of nowhere. During the infamous coup on Thanedd Island, Keira was defenestrated and nearly landed right on the Witcher's head. The next time Geralt saw her, in the swamps of Velen, was shocking in a different way. The luxury-loving sorceress was the last person he expected to see in such a grim and barren place. Geralt later learned the reason for this, and Keira's fate gave him ample fodder for contemplating the cruel whimsies of the Wheel of Fortune. Once the esteemed advisor to the now-late King Foltest, she had been chased out of Temeria when she lost that ruler's trust. Later, she joined the Lodge of Sorceresses, which earned her the hatred of Redania's king and Nilfgaard's emperor alike. Because of this, she had gone deep undercover, posing as a cunning woman, a village witch of sorts, deep in the Velen boondocks. It was not at all difficult to tell that she despised every minute of this. Keira then asked Geralt for another favor, lifting the curse from the tower on Fyke Isle. Curses and favors being what Geralt does best, he obliged. Keira had never stopped longing for the luster of life at a royal court. Thatch-roofed huts could hardly compare to elegant ballrooms and palace gardens. One day she decided to organize an interlude from Velen's grim atmosphere by treating herself to a sumptuous meal. Acquiring the refined ingredients proved less trouble than finding the unappropriate dinner partner. That is, until Geralt showed up. The Witcher gladly accepted the sorceress's invitation and continued saying yes all evening. Sadly, an evening that started out so nicely ended quite unfortunately for the Witcher. Keira put him to sleep with a secretly cast spell. Clearly, she wanted to hide something from him. It turned out that Keira had played the Witcher like a well-tuned harp, strumming all the right chords to keep him occupied while she stole the Mage Alexander's notes from Fyke Isle. She was planning to use the notes as a bargaining chip while making a deal with Radovid. His plague research could be her ticket back to life without lice, ticks, and omnipresent filth. In the end, Geralt succeeded in squelching Keira's mad plan to bargain with a man whose favorite negotiating words were red-hot pincers and burning pyres. Keira changed her destination from Oxenfurt to the decidedly safer confines of Kaer Morhen. That's good. I suppose I should choose a new quest then. So next main quest would be the Bloody Baron or Ladies of the Wood. Secondary quests would be Wild at Heart, going back to the werewolf. I feel like Ladies of the Wood is going to be the better one since I'm currently here or since it's a follow-up of Keira's quest line. So find the Crones of Crookback Bog and use your Witcher sensors to find the shrine that marks the start of the Trail of Treats. I'm going to choose that as my main quest. But before where does that take me? Velen has so many of these places. Okay, so it's over here, Ladies of the Wood. So before I do that, I am going to go to this notice board and see what is there. Level 9 Ghoul. So good to know I can take 3 level 9 ghouls on now. That was sloppy. Some diamond dust and sap. Back to Oreton. Looks like nothing's changed here. Alright, let's follow the path into town and check out the notice board.
Somebody nicked me dolly. Oh, hey.
The black uns be evil and all, but when they rode by, one of them tossed me little Voighty a chunk of bread.
Watch you don't break out with a fever.
What you on about?
They handed out fatback in one village. Now, why it's naught but a graveyard.
Voighty, come here!
Pleasant.
The witch, she told me I were to educate you, which I now strive to do. To keep the pox off yous, you're to see to your own, what is it, hygiene, and don't drink straight from your wells. Just wash your arse once a week and boil your water over a fire.
Good advice. All the time.
Used to be wagons showed on market days, loaded with all kinds of fat, smoked bacon, lard, red sausage, currants, acorn flour and tufts of burdock, and all you can trade is what little hope's left.
Let's talk to this trader.
Got coin to spend?
I might. Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
So I'm probably going to try and sell a bunch of junk and see what this guy has that I might want. I will see you on the other side. Now, one thing that this guy has that I want is the rugged saddlebags, which allow me to carry more weight. It's going to cost me 320 crowns, but then what I'll do is I'll sell a bunch more junk to him to get those crowns back. So let's buy the rugged saddlebags and sell the crap to him back. Alright, so with that, I'm going to head back on my way.
Farewell.
Hey, there's a blacksmith. I'm going to visit him before I, or her, before I do the notice board.
Yeah?
Let me see what you're offering.
I'm going to see what this guy has on offer. I will see you on the other side. So he's got a couple swords I want. So let's get the Gvenel. Oh, no, that's 365 crowns. No, I don't want that. And let's get the Koviri Cutlass. Because all of these steel swords that it offers are all +4 attack. Just 94 crowns, 172 crowns, 97 crowns, or 94 crowns. I don't know. And this one's 87 crowns. So, I mean, let's just get a Dorian sword because it's the cheapest and they all offer the same +4 attack. So. And let's get him to repair some stuff here. So first, Arondite. I'm going to be replacing the Nilfgaardian longsword, so it doesn't matter if I get him to repair that. Spikerug Akaton. Boots. Assassin's gauntlets. And hunting trousers.
So long.
So let's equip the new sword. There we go.
I saw you at Vizima.
There's the weapon wheel. And here's the notice board. Let's see what we find. Scribblar needed. Scribblar for the writing of notices needed. Pay in crops and victuals. Willis. Somebody doesn't know how to write. New carving needed. Lightning struck the carving of the ladies once stood by the stream, burnt it to nothing. Someone's got to whittle a new one afore our good guardians grow angry. If you've got the talent, grab a chisel and get to work. The Ilderman. Warning, no one breathe a word about what happened on Fyke Isle. Wag your tongue and you'll sorely regret it. Contract, the Beast of Oreton. Good folk, there's a vile and dangerous spook, beast or devil of sorts, causing no end of trouble near our village, Oreton. We promise our profoundest gratitude and a sizable reward to any brave lad who can slay it. If you're looking to learn more, come pay us a visit. Ask for the Alderman Sobamir. Contract, missing soldiers. Let it be known that the Imperial Army is in need of a man who knows the area, a hunter or a scout, for example, to help us find a missing patrol. It is possible the soldiers fell prey to a monster. If this suspicion is confirmed, anyone delivering the beast's head will be paid a reward by the undersigned. Address any and all questions to the same individual. Glory to the Emperor. Milan Noran, commander of the division stationed in Oreton. Warning from the Nilfgaardians. Hark, good people. Nilfgaardians paid me a visit, offered me to tell all the village. They'll hang any man caught helping the Redanian army. Tried to tell them no one's seen a Redanian here since the times of King Medel, but they wouldn't hear it, so I'm hanging a paper here with their warning all the same. Ilderman. Beast of Oreton. Alright. And missing soldiers. Let me check the recommended quest levels here. Beast of Oreton is recommended level 25, so I am not going to do that one. And I think we have to wait for the next one. Mystery of the Byways Murders. Okay, so it is that one, which is a recommended level 22. So again, I am not going to do that one. And it gives me a new signpost as well. So that's probably given me a whole bunch of new points of interest. Couple. Over here. Why is Roach all the way over there? Oh, that's Keira's. Was Keira's hut. Alright, well I'm going to head back to Midcops. So I can check out these points of interest. Actually, why do the fast travel? It's not that far. Let's start with that one. Hello, Roach.
Hunger's turned this one pale.
I asked her, "Can I get my lunch to use his head?" Ow! So she gives me an amulet, says it's
Run, Roach.
Why are we... Yeah, we shouldn't be on here. Let's get off. There we go. Let's get off the boardwalk and head to where we want to go. By walking, I might run into some other things. Like side quests and whatnot.
Move it.
No, here's Midcops. I want to go this way around the town.
Let's dance.
Ah, it's a bandit camp, alright. Roach, get out of the way. Great time for the battery to die on the controller is when you're in the middle of a fight. Novigrad longsword. Yeah, a couple things to loot, but not much. Pure silver and some sulfur. Well, I'm going to call an end to the episode here. You know the drill, click over there. Join me next time as we continue exploring these points of interest around Midcops in Velen. See you then.